This short video is to tell you about the metaphor that we chose to use for AFCCA, which is the tornado in the family. When we interviewed families talking about their experiences, many of them were concerned about stigmatizing their child or their adolescents or their families. Aggression is often misunderstood when it's in the context of childhood and adolescence. Talking about it using the metaphor of the tornado helps bringing it in a different light. It's saying that a tornado is outside of the family. It's something that can happen to many families when the factors are in place. We're talking about is the child affected by trauma? Has he witnessed any violence or aggression growing up? Does the child have any neurodevelopmental disabilities or self-regulation issues? When these factors are in place, we can sometimes see a tornado in the family. The tornado will leave devastation behind. We're talking about impacts on siblings, on the child and adolescents, and on the caregivers. When we're seeing a family struggling with a tornado, we want to help. We want to provide support. They will need funding. They will need to rest. They will need to talk to other people who have experienced this type of issue. They will likely need therapists for their trauma, and they will need to know how to manage the next storm. Some families were sharing that other families sometimes say, well, it's just normal. It happens in every family. We can expect the wind to be in every family. The wind being children who exhibit problematic or more difficult behaviors. Yes, it can be in any children. But when we're talking about a tornado, we're talking about behaviors that are extremely difficult to manage. We're talking about physical and verbal aggressive behaviors. We're talking about behaviors that will be repetitive and that will affect the safety of family members. When we're thinking of the tornado, we will also say that the family will need a circle of care to brave the next storm. And this will be the topic of our next videos. How do you build a circle of care so you're prepared for the next storm? For families who raise children with fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, severe attachment disorders, and trauma, and some families are also having children with autism, we can expect that a tornado might hit the family, and we can expect that the behaviors will continue to some degree, even with the best interventions. So how do we prepare ourselves to not be in crisis all the time, but to have a good quality of life and stay safe as a family?